Good afternoon. New project. I hope you'll play along. It's a bit of a mashup. No, mashup. I know what I meant. Right, where do I start? Okay, when I went to the card booth ages ago now, I must admit, I picked up a whole 2-pack sets of Pollyanna Pickerings. They're card making kits, you know. Sorry about the glare. So there's like backing papers, inserts for your cards, that kind of thing. And then there's the sort of woodland animals with all sorts of animals, basically. Otters, hedgehogs, you name it. Then there's some more, tons of these like backing papers. Sorry, I'll clip them all. Yeah, tons and tons of papers. As I say, it's all for card making, but I'm going to make an envelope journal. So we're going to have a bit of Rachel, a bit of Luise Heins, and me. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to start. I don't know, I've never done this before, so I'm just going to make a start. I'm going to use the blue tit images. I think they're beautiful. Now I'm hoping they're a little bit shiny. I don't know whether to put gel matte medium over them just to sort of dull them down. I'll decide that when I get around to making it. So these are obviously can be cut to make journaling cards. These, you know, tucks, decorations. I mean, it's just so much of each bird. It's lovely. So yeah, little baby ones. I mean, I'd cut borders and things off. I'll just use the actual brown images, but you know, that's lovely as well. But there's only 2 tags. I might not use those, but I've picked out these 2 papers as well. This will get covered, so I thought that would go quite well with it. That'll go quite well with it. And obviously there is that there, which I might use. So I pulled out a load of envelopes as well. Yeah, that'll fit on there beautifully as the cover. Anyway, we'll make that decision later. So that's all the bits that I've got for it. And then the Luise bit is going to be this reverse collage. Now you're supposed to do it with like collage printed papers, which you can download and print and all the rest of it. I want to give it a go with these. I don't know if it's going to work, but I thought I'd give it a go. So we can do that today, and then I've pulled out, I've got a massive box of envelopes. I've got to start using them. So I've pulled out a load of different size envelopes, some from the Use It or Lose It campaign. That was the other thing, use it or lose it. So it's a right mash-up, this is. I probably won't use all these, but you can see envelopes, big square ones. I just don't use them anymore. These are quite nice posh ones actually. And then I pulled out loads of these. I'm probably not going to use all of them. Some are shiny and some are matte. I think I like the matte ones more. Let's just use 3 of those for now. And then just your bog standard. And then I've got a whole box down there if I need them, because Lord only knows this girl's got some envelopes. Card making days, that's where that's from. Yeah, so that's that really. So I'll keep that pile together. I'll make a yeah, I was gonna say I'll make a basket, but I haven't got a basket handy. So what I'll do is I'll put those with those, and we'll keep those all together. I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna I want to do this, and I wanted to do Luise's thing with the reverse collage, and I really wanted to try Rachel's envelope journals, and then I remembered I had these kits and I thought they're fine, they're going to be perfect. So if you haven't seen it, I'll try and find Luise's and link it down below, because then you can get it from the expert, the person that actually knows what they're doing. So you can do it in an organised way, but I think I'm going to do like Luise did and just chop. Oh, sorry if you hear barking. Next door's grooming. No, it's not the puppy anymore. He's gone home. Right. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So basically, I'm just going to chop them up, and they'll either become, I don't know, tags, journaling cards. I don't know. They will go into the envelope journal that I'm going to make. So chop it all up. Like I say, I'm hoping the shininess isn't going to cause any problem. Now then, not going to look, not going to cheat, mix them up. If you've seen Luise's, you know exactly what I'm doing. And we're going to stick it all back together again. Because that's the kind of crazy things we do. Right, let me just get my... Sorry. I'll get this, because then I can just move it out of the way. Okay, are you in screen? No, you're not. Kinda. I'm hoping the lighting's better. I've had a little bit of a shift around in my room, and I've put the ring light this side instead of this side. I think it's making a difference. So here we go. Not gonna look. Okay. Now the trick of this is finding the end of the sellotape, isn't it? Yeah. And this is that stuff. It just wants to. It just wants to rip awkwardly. So yeah, I've no idea what I'm going to end up with. You with me? Yeah, it's great fun. I thought when she was doing it, and I've seen somebody else do it as well, and I can't think for the life of me who it was. And I was going to do this with gel printed papers, because I thought that would be quite good fun. I might well do that actually, still, because yeah, I don't think you need to just use collage papers for it. Sorry, this is difficult to do without getting my head in screen, so. Stay. Get off me. Thank you. I don't know what I'm going to end up with. Could be a hot mess. I'm not going to rush too much. But like I say, I think I will try a coat of gel matte medium over it. And just have to overlap that one and see if that will dull the shine down a bit, because it is a little bit shiny. Which, I don't know, did I? I'm just trying to think if I ever used shiny stuff when I was making cards. Can't remember. Such a long time ago. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be sewing. I've got Etsy orders to do. But yeah, easily distracted, I think is the word. It's going to be enormous. Of course, it's going to be A3, isn't it? That might be the same as that, so I shall move that here. Can't remember what I've cut now. If it overlaps on the other side, we'll you tidy it up on the other side basically. Yeah, once you flip it over, I'll show you. Bear with me. Yeah, you need non-directional really, ideally, I think, because that's why I thought initially I would do a gel print, but I say Louisa and the other lady I saw do it, they used pre-printed collage papers, and I just thought, I wonder if, so we'll find out together. This will all be backed with coffee paper, dyed paper, or tea dyed paper actually. Not gonna look. Put that there. Oh no, I've lost the end. Stress. It's about to absolutely throw it down with rain, so I've just rescued the washing. It's almost dry. I'm going to cheat slightly, sorry. Shouldn't be doing it, but I think, right, okay. I'll say they're all the same there. Might move that bit. And let me peel. Ooh. I might save those for on top actually. Right, let's see what we got. Oh dear, this could be fun. Hang on, a little bit sellotape refusing to leave me. Right, ready. Oh, why? Okay, I was hoping it was going to mix up a bit more than that. I wonder if I chop it there. Turn it around and move that a bit there. That's a little bit, or is that, does that matter? Yeah, I think I want some blue over here. It's just the luck of the draw, isn't it? Isn't it fascinating the way it comes out? Right, I need my big guillotine. You too far because I shall need you. It's a little bit better, isn't it? What do you think? Still going to end up with. Could cut it that way, I suppose. Right, okay. Let's not dally. Come on, Susan. This is not how you're supposed to be doing it. I guess really that's why they use collaged, ready sort of printed collage papers, if you like, because you really then do get a real mix up, don't you? Yep, you do. Okay. Okay, I'm all right with that. What we can do is put some of these on here, and likewise these here, and just to really, there's a lot of this blue, really mix these up a bit. There's loads of blue and hardly any flowery. What I might do is trim that off and we'll get some strips going. That's what we're doing. Right, so this is the next step anyway. All good fun. It doesn't matter. If it messes up, it messes up. Grab a glue book. Just gluing paper. That's all I'm doing. So let's put you there. I'm sorry, my head might get in the way. I just want to make sure I'm going straight-ish. It reinforces the gaps anyway, so it's a good thing to do. Yeah. Why are you going all gooey? So I hope you're all good anyway. It's where have I got to join? There. Yeah, as I say, it's sunshine showers, proper autumn weather now. Not cold. It's absolutely boiling out there actually, to be fair. I'm going right over there because there's quite a junction there of different papers. So yeah, it's ridiculously warm for October. My daughter was talking about it yesterday and she said, you know, when even she can remember, I mean, she's only 39. She said, you know, October, well, she was saying about bonfire night actually, which here in the UK is the 5th of November. And she said, you know, we used to have to go out in, hats, gloves, scarves, you know, the whole shebang. Well, now, I mean, if this weather carries on like this, you'd be able to go out in a t-shirt. I mean, it is slightly crazy and a bit worrying, isn't it, if you're, yeah, it's just worrying, isn't it? So right, what I'm going to do is nick a bit off here, although if I cut it that way I'm going to lose that anyway, so let me chop that off. Oh, do I do it with scissors? Oh, it'll go wonky. No. Okay. It's not quite big enough, that one. I'll have to get my big boy out. Excuse me. Oh. We've been together years, me and this guillotine. So what I'm thinking is just some little spots of this on the blue bits. Like I say, this is probably not what you're supposed to be doing, but I don't think there's a particularly set formula. Just do what you want to do with it, really. At the end of the day, it's your bit of paper. I definitely need a bit in here. I've got quite a few junctions going on there. Oh, wait, can you move? Thank you. So we just cover that junction. Oh, sellotape, you're driving me nuts. Okay, let's put a bit there, could do with a bit there and there. Sorry, I mean these are really piddly bits, aren't they? But it's fine. Again, it'll just reinforce that junction there. And there's another one here. Oop, nearly put it on the wrong side. I don't know, this might work, it might not work, it could be an absolute disaster and you don't see this video, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Right. Okay, these bits we'll hold on to because, where's the others there? I might use those throughout the envelope journal, which will be fun. Okay. Now what? Oh, stamping, yeah. Right. there's a bit there. Put it there, I might use it. Okay. I didn't get any stamps. I forgot that bit. Right, okay, let me pause you. I'll grab some stamps. And am I staying on the screen? There's a bonus. Yes, at least I'm doing that. Yeah, let me go grab some stamps. Right. Initially, I pulled out distress inks because I thought, oh, the wild honey would look fabulous, but I'm going to put gel matte medium over this, and if I use that, it will run. So, luckily, remember my car boot haul, I've got mementos, which are a dye ink, which will dry and won't reactivate when I put the, I'm not sure about that, won't reactivate when I put the gel matte medium on. Yeah, that might run actually. Right, we'll leave that one off. Okay, so the Adirondack is a dye as well, the mementos are dye. So I've got rich cocoa, espresso truffle, olive grove, and then I've got lettuce. So I've got 2 greens and 2 browns. I don't know. Anyway, so I've got some stamps out. I've got some numbers. I'm going to use this script one in the back here. Sorry if that light's on it. This lovely one, which was from Creative Expressions. I'll get them a close up in a minute. And I thought just leaves. So I've got leaves. I don't know. Let's just play around, shall we? Let's make some space. That would be good. Right, so this is an indigo blue numbers. I think I'll start with the leaves. And then we can build up from there. Because I really... Sorry, I'm just looking at the colours in this. So we've got quite a lot of leaves. And sort of the yellows. I haven't got any yellows in the permanent inks. That's the only trouble. What are you? I don't think that is... Yeah, it doesn't say pigment ink. It's a slow drying one that you can emboss. We might do that at the last if I need to get some mustard in there. I have got mustard spray, but again it's yeah, it's not a dye based one. Anyway, right, stop prattling on. Let's get some stamping done. So I'm in the middle of having a good sort out with my stamps. As in, sorry, just grab some blocks. Reorganising them and putting them in. That's quite a nice one. Putting them in a more. I'm very tempted by what 49 Dragonflies did with hers. It looked really nice, but I can't find. See, this is just not good. I can't find the thick plastic over here, but I don't know, we'll play around with that. I know I keep complaining about it, but it's just time. I don't get time to do what I want to do. Right, stamping. Let's do the little one in the darker green, I think. I'm not going to go crazy mad. So that's the darker Memento Olive Grove. Let's do the Adirondack Lettuce. Very bright green, but fun. Not that it's showing up very much. Just to give it a hint, we can always add more once it's all chopped up into whatever we're going to make it into. But as I say, I just wanted to try this method. I was fascinated when I was watching Luise do it. And it was one of those, oh, wonder if, you know, those moments that you get. I wonder if it would work with gel prints, was my thinking. But this kind of took over. It's not showing up terribly well, but it's there. It doesn't need to be in your face, does it? Let's just put one across there. Okay. I think the trick is not to overdo this. I think. I don't know. Right, so leaves we have. Let's do some numbers. It's quite a nice one. Just get that leaf off of there. Yeah, I regret taking all the backing off of my stamps now, but that was in the days, those are that old, and that's the days before I started doing YouTube, so yeah, and that's that really. That's all I've got to say. Wow, this is a really dark brown, so just going to be careful not to go too mad. Okay. Let's try. Trouble is they're in a whole set. Because I did think of putting all my stamps in CD cases, but yeah, that didn't work. So I've got a lighter. See, I've got a blue, but I don't want to go too dark. What's this? Vintage sepia. Resist water. Right. Let's give this a go. Again, not looking for perfection. Just looking for that. Quite a nice stamp, that. See, don't use half of these half the time. Terrible. Absolutely terrible, I am. Go that way. This is my really old cutting mat at the back here, so I don't mind if it gets some ink on it. Let's take it off there. Doesn't have to be a perfect impression, just as well. See, it's quite slippery, so it's going to need quite a bit of drying time, I think, this. Okay, okay, that's good. Yep, we've gone right round. That's cool. I think just now a bit of scripty stuff. I think that'll do. I think I will do that in Rich Cocoa, which is the dark. Well, I don't know actually. I really want a bright green. What are you? Smoky grey? No, you're no good. Right, well I haven't got one, so it's going to have to be. It's going to be. Let's try that. a little bit too perfect there. Can't be having too perfect. Just take that background away a little bit. It's a little bit too, I'll say it's a little bit too perfect almost. It's stuck to me. Yeah. It's like a paint splat there. That's a good one. Okay. Yep, I like that. That's fine. See, it's all coming together, isn't it? I'm really pleased. I was a bit worried at first, I've got to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it wasn't quite looking how I wanted it to, but it is now. Gee, I'm just wondering, does it need black? Just a little bit. If I can get this off of here, it's like a squiggly, let me just show you, like a weird squiggly background. Well, actually, those circles are pretty good. Hang on, change your plan. Don't smudge. Let's put some squircles on there. Now, there's quite a lot of dark blue in this. Yeah, I'm going to do it. It might be a mistake, but this is a lovely blue. It's called Paris Dusk. It's another memento. And my 50p ones that I got from the car boot. Yeah. This needs that, doesn't it? I think black would have been far too harsh because this is quite a genteel background. Just gently touch. It's really smudging because I'm slipping. Take your time, Susan, slow down. Okay. It's drying really light actually, that's doing well. Okay. I think that just really adds quite a lot of interest in there, doesn't it? Cool. Good decision. Well done, Susan. Okay, thank you very much. Right. I'll sort those out in a minute. Yeah, good choice. That is a weird, let me just get in. It was a, that's Crafty, Texture Stamp Set 1. But it's got, let me just see what you can see. Yeah, it's got some interesting mark making things on there. So I got that years ago. I don't know if it's still available. Actually, they'd be good. No, you got enough. Right. Okay, so I also crazily want to do, that goes on that other stamp, a bit of texture, but again, I'm limited by, I was going to put, sorry, I'm going to put gesso in. I don't want to put texture paste on there because I don't quite know what these are going to be. And the last thing you want is a journaling card with a load of texture on the back. So I think what I'll do is try a bit of gesso because that can be quite good for a bit of texture. Let's not put ourselves through the trauma of a great big dollop coming out. Don't need tons. I'm just going to give that a... This brown is quite wet still. That's how shiny this paper is. Definitely needs matting down. So what I thought I might do is just like where there's these awkward bits I sort of stuck in the middle. Oh yeah. There's another awkward junction there, so let's just try and bring that all together and not smudge the paint underneath, Susan. Righto. Okay. Trying to move it without actually destroying it. Gesso is quite good for this if you don't want lots of texture but you still want a bit of stenciling. And I don't know where I learned that from, but it would have been off YouTube like everything. There's another awkward one there. I think just by staying with this part of the stencil it'll help it all come together. Fingers crossed, eh? Oh, that's if you don't put your palette knife underneath the stencil, of course. That's okay, we got away with it. Very good. We've got another big junction there. Let's see if we can do that there. So I hope you can see. Sorry, I'll keep jumping up and down. I really want to get a big bit through there. Didn't get enough out. I keep it in this bottle now because I kept opening the big one and it was getting quite dry. So I think I want to come a bit of a way there. I'm hoping it's not going to smudge that glue. Because once that's cut, you see, that'll be fine. Let's just turn that round. I've got a bit of a straight line there, but I think it'll be okay. Put a little bit here. Go to the other end. It's like hold it up. I know I said about using the same part of the stencil, but this is quite a good pattern repeat on here, so it's very similar to what's already there. So quickly wipe that. That brown is still not dry. I think a touch down here. Let's do those. Just a touch on there. Does it need it? Yeah, I think it does. It's leaves again, by the way. It's acanthus leaves. I really don't know where I got this one from. There's no marks on it, so I don't know. Sorry, it might have been a magazine freebie. I think just one more bit here, and we'll stop, because otherwise it can get a bit crazy. Woman, what's the matter with you? Kind of like it. Right. Okay, and then that leaves us plenty of room for like embellishments and things. So see the way that blue's dulled right down, that Paris Dusk. It was a really dark blue, but I like it. It's giving it a little bit of noise, I might come back and do some more. I like those numbers, so I might, once this is dry, I might come back and do some more down there or something, because I do like those. Right, okay, so what I'm going to have to do is let all this dry. So I'll join the two videos together. It might take a while because it's not very warm in my house, but let me give you a bit of a close-up. I just need to let the stencil down. Right, so here we are so far. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. It's going to make some really interesting tags and whatnot. Okay, so I will join the next video and you'll see, we'll cut it up together. All right, see you in a bit.